Welcome, everybody. My name is Rocco, and today you're watching a podcast, The Life in the Mirror. And I want to thank you for clicking the button and taking your time to watch this video. And if you like what you heard and you like what you saw today, please hit the like button, leave a comment. And if you know somebody out there who need to hear this message, please share my video. And I just thank you. God bless. Welcome back, everybody. Again, I want to thank you for watching the podcast, The Life in the Mirror. And I just want to thank you for taking your time watching this video. Now, today's topic is going to be about your name. Yes, your name. Now, when people hear your name or they say your name, what do they think about? Do they think about good things or do they think about bad things when people hear or say your name? I remember growing up, the elders or my father used to always say your name carries weight. And at that time, I didn't understand what they were saying. I was just, living life and doing what I do best. And I remember when I was 16 years old, my first job, my dad stopped me. He took me to my job and he stopped. And he turned around, he looked at me, he said, "Son, do not mess up my last name." And I was looking at him like, "What are you talking about? Don't mess up your last name." He said, "Son, when you go on this job, I want you to work hard, and whatever the boss tell you do, don't give the boss a hard time. Do not mess up my last name, because my last name means something, and it should mean something to you." And at that time, I didn't understand what he was saying. But now, since I'm older, I understand what he was saying. My name carries weight, and it means something to people. Now, your name shows your character. And what do I mean about that? All right, let's give an example of a good character traits. Good work ethic, leader, trustworthy, reliable, honest, loyal, respectful, accountable, responsible, and self-control. Those are good characters traits for your name. Now, what is bad character traits? Childish, lazy, distrustful, disrespectful, dishonest, and reckless. Those are bad examples. So when people hear your name, do they think of good character traits or do they think of bad character traits? All right, now let's go on to this one. Viewing yourself. Now, people can view themselves in a good way and it can view themselves in a bad way. What do I mean about that? Just say you grew up in a certain type of environment, and somebody was telling you you was no good, you're never gonna be nothing in your life. You can view yourself like that. Just say you grew up in a good environment, and they said, "Oh, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be this. You're gonna be that," and you view yourself like that. So basically, what I mean is, how do you view yourself when you look yourself in the mirror? Do you see good things? Do you see good character traits, or do you see bad character traits? How do you view yourself? Now, another topic, curse of the family. Now, I watched this one movie, and the father told his son, he said, "You never you're never going to be nothing good, nothing in life." And his son looked at me and he said, "Why I know that? Because I'm nothing." See, the curse of the father, he was basically telling his son, his curse is going to affect him because he can see the same thing that he was growing up and the things he went through. He can see that in his son. And so the curse was affecting the son. And probably the son saw the father doing certain things and he grew up in that environment and watching him. Because you live in a certain type of environment or you've been through something, that doesn't mean it has to affect you. Because you've seen certain things grow up or you live somewhere doesn't mean you have to let it affect you. Now, if you have this problem and a curse was passed down to you, your name is somebody look when they see you, they think of bad things. Then there's things you can do in a situation. You can go talk to somebody, like a preacher or a counselor or a friend to help you with this situation, to help you get over your last name and how it affects you. Now, because your last name is a certain way, doesn't mean it has to define you as a person. You can change, you can break the curse. You don't have to live that lifestyle. Even though it affects you and you have that trait, doesn't mean you have to live that lifestyle. It doesn't have to define your future. You can choose to have a better future. Even though it might take you a little time to get to your future, and you might have to go through some stumbling blocks, you might have to go through some guardrails and things like that, you can have a better future. And the last thing with that, the curse, or whatever your name that is affected, it can be broken. Them chains can be broken. You don't have to live that lifestyle. You can choose to live a different lifestyle. Now let me read this to you. First Chronicles, chapter 4, verse 9 and 10. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers. His mother had named him Jabez, saying, I gave birth to him in pain. Jabez cried out to God of Israel, oh, that you would bless me and enlarge my territory. Let your hand be with me and keep me from harm so that I will be free from pain. See, his mother named him Jabez because he gave her pain when she was having birth. See, again, your name means something. When somebody hear your name or somebody say your name, when they hear your name, they all of a sudden they start thinking something about you. Is it good character traits or is it bad character traits? So whenever they hear your name, they think of something. But it's up to you how you want them to view yourself. And also it's up to you how you view yourself. Even though you grew up or had a bad circumstance or had some bad happen to you, do not mean you have to allow that to affect you. Yes, it will affect you, but you have a choice to change your name. Now let me go ahead and end this topic, your name. I remember my brother, my twin brother, he was coaching at a high school. And the head football coach brought my twin brother this athlete. And his athlete, I mean, he just been in some bad situations and terrible situations. He grew up, on the rough side. And so he had a reputation about it. So when you heard his name, you already knew who he was. I mean, some teachers was terrified of this kid. I mean, they were just terrified and afraid of him because of things he's done. And so when they heard his name, they automatically say, "Oh, he got bad traits. We don't want to be around." But this head football coach brought him to Rico. He said, "Man, I think you can help this kid out." He's like, I think you can help him be a better person." So my twin brother Rico is like, "All right, man, I help him." And then he asked him. He said, "What's your name?" And the kid told him his first name. And then Rico looked at him like, "What about your last name?" And the kid told him his last name. And when he told him his first and last name, the kid put his head down, like in shame. He's like, "Oh man, you already know, about I bet you heard the stories about me." So he put his head down. And then my twin brother looked at him. He's like, "Man, I like your name. You famous. You this, you that, and you're gonna be something." And the kid looked up surprised because he never heard that from a coach or a teacher. He looked at him and was like, I'm gonna be what? He said, man, you famous, you this and that. And so my brother was telling him something different. Now, yes, it was a struggle for him to make the transitions from this name to a new name. Yes, it was a struggle. And it's always going to be a struggle. But he was able to change his reputation of his name to a good name. Especially he had somebody to help him and show him the way. Again, I want to thank y'all for watching this podcast, The Life of the Mayor. And again, do not let your last name affect you. Do not let your name affect you. You have a choice. Even though it might you struggle, you have a choice. Thank you, and God bless. Again, I want to thank you for watching this video, and please take the time to hit the like button, to leave a comment, and also share this video. Thank you, and God bless.